Here's what we can't do. We can't categorically reject the moral law and say that it doesn't apply to us. We can't do that. We can't say that we worship God and then in the next breath say that his commandments are irrelevant. That doesn't work. So that, I just think this is a distinction that for some reason people struggle with so much. Is that anytime you get into this conversation, people say, oh, so you're saying we have to be perfect? No, I'm not saying we have to be perfect. We strive to be perfect. We strive for holiness. But no, we're not saying that we have to be perfect right now. You take any moral rule, we're not saying that you have to follow it perfectly in order to be Christian, but you have to accept it. You have to accept its legitimacy. You can't say it's not legitimate just because you disagree with it or it's inconvenient or it's hard. You can't do that. As a Christian, you can't do that for all the reasons I've just outlined. Because you're tearing down the legitimacy of Christianity. Which you can try to do that from the outside. You can't come into the inside and do that. You can't come into Christianity and then try to tear down its legitimacy while claiming to be Christian. And this is also why people say, well, why are you so, when it comes to homosexuality, why are conservative Christians so obsessed with this issue? Why are they talking about it all the time? Well, number one, we're not the ones who are always bringing it up. I would much prefer to live in a society where we didn't need to talk about this at all, where it never came up. But I'm not the one bringing it up. There is a loud voice out there, including a voice within Christianity, or people who claim to be Christian, who every day are saying, no, this is okay, we have to accept it. So they're the ones bringing it up, literally marching through the street. And when those of us who are conservative Christian, when we resist that and we oppose them, what we're doing is we're defending the legitimacy of our religion, because that's what's being called into question. It's not specific. It's not about homosexuality exclusively specific. It is about that as well, obviously, but that's not just it. This conversation isn't happening in a vacuum.